What are their true feelings for you? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's Pick a Card reading. I am Australia Phoenix. If this is your first time joining me here at the Rooted Phoenix Tarot channel, we also will be talking about other things that we could do spiritually that will help uplift us and help root us in spirit. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I've already prayed over the cards, so you already know what the question is. What are their true feelings for you? So if that's been something that's been coming up in your mind and you're worried about this, hopefully today this video will give you some clarity. We're praying for spirit to do that. All right, the first pile, you have the heart selenite crystal. And in the second pile, we have the heart rose quartz. Right. I even put on some pink and the different colors that represent love today, even in my shirt. So I just want to make sure that I am sending out the best energy over your reading today. I'm already burning some Palo Santo. You probably already see the smoke that's right in front of us, but I'm also going to call in spirit by ringing the bell. Thank you so much. So I'm going to be using 3 different decks. I use the Romance Angels Oracle deck. That's what you see in the pink. Our tarot is in the Nero Tarot. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Nero Tarot Feminine Tarot. I love this deck. And this one right here, we're going to be using the Divine Love Messages, okay? So, and if we need to pull clarifiers, we will, all right? So, if you want to do a quick meditation, please pause this video. And once Spirit, opens you up, you close your eyes, whatever card that you see first, that is the card that you need to pick, the pile you need to pick. So, go ahead and do your meditation, do your prayer, or if you already know which pile that you're choosing, just go ahead and skip to it. The timestamps will be in the description of the video as well as the pinned comment. I will see you in your pile. So pile number 1 that picked the selenite crystal, we are going to be looking at the energy of what are their true feelings for you. So if you have somebody in your life that maybe it's new or maybe you don't know what's going on because y'all been having some issues, hopefully this reading today will give you some clarity. Now, this is a collective reading. I'm not doing a one-on-one, so some of these information that I provide may or may not resonate with you. And if you did, and if you were indecisive about which pile to pick, 1 or 2, you could look at both piles and see which one resonate more with your situation. Again, tarot is just a means to give you a little bit of guidance, but at the end of the day, it's all in you. It's all in you and where your spirit leads you, where your intuition leads you, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, so the first card that we pull out is, it says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that is the first card that we pulled out from the Romance Angels. So maybe somebody grew up in a really religious home, or they may adapted a religious type of spiritual path. So we're going to look at our tarot. Okay. So the tarot, we have the 7 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the 9 of Wands. Okay. So, excuse me. So when I'm looking at this with the religious factors, your love life, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. I'm looking at maybe somebody that you are currently seeing does not jive with the religious factor. I don't know why. That's what I'm picking up. And you, whoever you are that's looking at this, maybe you are the religious one, or maybe they are the religious one. Somebody doesn't jive with the religious stuff. They do believe in God, but they don't subscribe to any particular faith. Like they don't consider themselves a Christian. They don't consider themselves a Muslim. They don't consider themselves anything, but they do believe in God. They're not an atheist. They don't believe that there's nothing out there. They just do not subscribe to any particular faith. So this may or may not be a deal breaker, but because this religious factors card has come up, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. That really makes me think that it is a factor, because we also have the Two of Pentacles, which she is juggling these pentacles. So whatever you've been trying to do, you have been working at it, and you're hoping that it can turn around and you all can work this out. But at the same time, it is a very sticky subject, because I'm even feeling like it's a lot of family influence. Because depending on your age, your parents or whoever it is that raised you in your home and shaped your values and that kind of thing, especially if they're the one that has introduced this spirituality into your home or whatever, you're growing up, then you will also be influenced by that. And then they will also want you to follow in the same path. They will want whatever it is that they taught you. So say if they're Christian, they will also want you to have a Christian girlfriend or a Christian boyfriend, because of the values that the Christian faith has, where you're not having relationship matters before you get married, having kids, living together, being intimate, that type of thing. So maybe that is one of the reasons why they like the Christian faith, especially when it comes down to relationships. So if this is something that has really, really been bogging you down, then I would say that you really need to pray about it. Because right now, you feel like, I feel like that you're getting tired of it. But at the same time, in the first position with the Seven of Cups, you have a choice. And that's why you're juggling right now, because the Seven of Cups talks about choices. And what you wish for your life, because like in this picture right here, she's got all these different drinks in this particular picture, and she could pick either one she wants. Whoever you are, maybe there is someone else that is pulling at your heartstrings as well. So you have a choice. And even if there isn't anybody else, you have to go with your conviction, with your intuition. And I feel like you've really been struggling with this, not knowing which way to go. And also, you're getting fatigued of it. You're getting tired of it. It's really, really bogging you down. That's what I'm feeling. So let's go ahead, and I just want to pull another tarot card before we go to the divine love message, before we end this read. And I really do think that, if you could get past this part, and I can't say that in like a light way, because this is your spiritual path. And usually when you're on a spiritual path, this is the path that you take, for your life, and so I can't just, be light about it, but you do have to make sure that it's not something that is a total deal breaker for you. Okay. Because like me, I'm the same way. I grew up as a Christian. My grandma was a preacher. My mom was a preacher. So I grew up in the Christian church. I grew up in the Baptist church. But as I got older, and when I say older, I mean like 38. I'm 48. I'm about to be 48 now. So like 10 years ago, when I started looking into other spiritual systems, because before then, I only knew Christianity. It was my faith that we didn't look into other things and that kind of stuff because of the stigma of it being, devil worship or whatever, but I was led on that path. To seek out more information. And the first thing that I saw was the Secret movie, talking about the law of attraction. And I've been on a rabbit hole ever since. And then since then, my psychic abilities really came in. I always used to see things in dreams, even when I was younger. I'm a very deeply empath. I feel other people's pain and stuff like that. So me being able to embrace my spirituality the way that I embrace it has really helped me with my gifts, because God gives us all gifts. And because I was able to separate myself so that I could have a personal one-on-one relationship with God, it actually helped me. And I hope that whatever you're struggling with right now, I hope that you're able to get past that as well. And if you're not, then there's always somebody else. You know, you're good. You're good as far as that go. You got choices. You know, you got choices. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes you have to go with your conviction. Okay, so we got the Empress right here. And so the Empress, you know, she is that divine feminine energy. Even in this picture, they are, you know, depicting her as being pregnant. So this could be something that is on your mind. You know, this could be something that you're thinking about. You're thinking about, hey, I want to have a baby sometimes, but we got to be in the same faith. You know, I can't, you know, if I'm a Jew, you got to be in the Jewish faith too. If I'm a Catholic, you got to be a Catholic too, you know. And so I feel like you are ready, whoever you are ready to start a family. That's how I'm feeling this right now. You are ready to take it to the next level, but there is something that is stopping you. So on the bottom of the deck, we got the Two of Cups. So there is a divine union that can really take place with this. I'm feeling like you really and truly are happy right now. It's just this one thing. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it's just one of those things where you really are going to have to really dig deep. You're going to have to really dig deep to see if this is really worth it. You know, worth it, especially if it's like with your parents and stuff like that. You know, we also have the Six of Wands, which is celebration, you know. So I feel like it can be a really good union. You know, I see, you know, you're being very fruitful and multiplying together. I see you all are in a very deep, close bond right here with the Two of Cups. And then people are going to celebrate it. It might not be celebrated at the very beginning, but are you willing to go through that? And I really do feel like this person really do love and care about you. You know, when we're talking about what are their true feelings, I do believe that this person really do love and care about you, but it probably is the spiritual thing that is holding them off. Okay, I really do feel that. So let's go ahead and let's pull a card for our final love message for our group number 1. So this is the first time that I've used this particular deck. I just got this deck in probably about a week ago from Amazon. So I am excited because I really didn't have too many love decks. And so I really wanted to do some more love readings. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I'm using today, I will leave links in the description for those as well. Thank you so much. So Spirit, let me get a card. I saw it right here. This is the one that stuck out to me. So the person that you are dealing with right now, their message is, please don't feel disappointed with me. So when I read this, I am feeling like maybe a decision has already been made. You know, maybe a decision has already been made. You know, maybe it's no more a juggling act and you're like, hey, this is my faith. This is what I believe in. And there's no other way around it. But you don't want to lose this friendship, this relationship with this person. But you may have already made your choice and you do not want them to be disappointed in you, but it's your conviction and you have to go with your conviction. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck too. We got, I know one day we will find our way back to each other. Look at that. Oh my God. So I don't know why, but this just came in my mind. And I don't know if you are a Erykah Badu fan, but that song Next Lifetime just popped up in my mind. I guess I see you next lifetime, no hard feelings. That just really popped up in my mind when I saw that. I know one day we will find our way back to each other. Oh my God. So yeah, it really seems like you are moving on. Maybe you have moved on with somebody else. Maybe there was somebody waiting for you to let go of this other person that's not suited for you. And in the Christian faith, people like to say equally yoked. So maybe y'all didn't come off as being equally yoked. You know, that's what's also coming up for me. And I don't know why these cards are completely blank. My emotions for you are still there. So you still care about this person. That's why I haven't let this go. Let me get one more angel card. No, you know what? I'm going to get the angel's answers. I got a tarot deck, oracle deck right here. It's called Angel Answers. So let's do that. So, Spirit, which way, which I already feel like you've already made a decision, but whatever it is that the person that is looking at this pile, what is the final answer that you have for this situation? So we're going to ask Spirit for just one more final card for the person that is looking at this video right now. So it says abundance. We know that. We saw that right here. So this one says abundance. And this one says within the next few months. So maybe in the next few months, you may have a different perspective. I don't know why. I just feel like you've already made the choice. You've already moving on. You already, you know, the union that you're in is blessed. I feel like this one probably was the more tough one, the more tough decision for you. But the cards say I know one day we will find our way back to each other. Really quick story. Me and my husband, we've been married now 9 years. We got married in 2017. But I met my husband when I was 18 years old. We used to work together at a place called Golden Corral. I was a server and a salad girl, and he worked in the grill. And my husband is 6 years older than me. So at the time, I was 18 and he was like 23, 24, somewhere around in there. And anyway, so we had this major attraction. You know, I was just barely out of high school. I didn't want to go back to college. I didn't want to go to college immediately. So I took time off. I wound up getting a job, a really good job. And then I wound up going back to school when I was 23 or 24. Wound up going back to college then after I had me, you know, a little time off. But anyway, I wound up not pursuing a more of a deeper relationship with him at the time because he had children and I did not have any kids, and I didn't want that type of responsibility at that particular time because I was only 18, right? And 3 kids was like scary to me because he already had three children. And so, you know, a set of twins and another daughter. So it was just too much. So I ended up breaking it off with him. And I knew then when I broke it off that if we were meant to be together, we would find our way back to each other, like legit. And I'm not just saying it is like legit. So we wound up, I was like, fast forward 10 years. I was 28 years old. I was DJing at a club, you know, part-time while I was in school. And I was DJing at this club. By this time, I done had my own child. He's like, at that time, I think he was like 5 years old because I had him in 2001. And so the children factor wasn't a thing anymore for me if I'm dating, right? Because me and my son's father, we broke up when he was like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old. So anyway, fast forward, I'm DJing, and then my ex at the time, you know, he comes into the club. He's shooting pool with some friends, and I haven't seen him in 10 years. I haven't seen him since I was like 19. So he comes in and I'm looking at him because I haven't seen him in so long. I'm like, I think that's Mike. I think that's him. I think that's him. And then sure enough, he comes to the bar and the bar is really close to the DJ booth, and it's actually him. It's him. I'm like, oh my God, it's him. I can't believe it. And the guy that was with me, not relationship wise, he's like my best friend. Excuse me. He comes in and I said, I think that's Mike. I think that's I always called him the love of my life. And I had to make a beeline over there. Like I had put on the track and I just went over there and I was like, is your name Mike? And as soon as he saw my face, he lit up. He's like, Star, well, people call me Star with Australia. And I was like, yes. We ended up exchanging numbers and whatever. I didn't hear anything back from him till like maybe 6 or 7 months later. He called me and then we wound up, having a little brief fling. Still wasn't where it was supposed to be. So this was around 2006, 2007. So fast forward, I had gotten married, my son got older. I got a divorce. He got a divorce. He got married and got a divorce. And so we ran back into each other in 2016. And we've been together ever since. So I've literally known my husband for 30 years. But the timing, the first 2 times, when I was 18 and when I was 28, literally, it wasn't the right time. But we got back together when I was 38. So just to let you know, if that is something that is weighing on your mind, I'm telling you, it does happen. This does happen. If you are meant to be together, there is nothing in this universe that will keep that apart. I promise you, there is nothing. I am living proof. That when you are meant to be together, there is nothing that can keep you guys apart. Period. All right. So on the bottom, it does says wait. So maybe if you haven't made a decision, let's wait on it. Okay. Well, this is all that I'm seeing right now for you, pile number 1. I am praying that you do make the right decision, but at the end of the day, you have to go with your conviction, your intuition, use your discernment. Do not fight it. Whatever it is that you're feeling, if you're feeling that you need to move on, go with your feeling. Do not override it, because our intuition is our guide. That is our higher self. That is your spirit guides, angels, whatever it is that you connect with, making sure that you're on the right path. So don't be, swayed either way right now. Maybe you just need to wait, and what is really meant for you will be for you. Please know that. Okay? Thank you for being here with me, and I do pray that everything works out for you. My heart to your heart. I am Australia Phoenix. I love you. Much love. If you pick pile number 2 with the rose quartz, this is your reading. Thank you so much. So what are their feelings, their true feelings for you? That's what we're answering right now. So I do have the cards already separated. We're going to pull the first card from the Romance Angels deck. The tarot is going to come from the Neuroteric Feminine Tarot, and this is a new deck that I just got that's called Divine Love Messages. So we will be using those. If I need to pull any clarifiers with these cards, I definitely will. So make sure that your heart is open and we are ready to go into this reading. Again, my Palo Santo stick is about to go out, so hopefully it'll last. All right, let's go. So our first card, it says, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so maybe this is a fresh love and you're just wanting to know, how's it going? So right now, already your bond is deepening. You all are sharing some of your most intimate secrets or details about yourself. So it's helping to strengthen your bond. It's helping, okay? So let's put that there. Let's look at your tarot cards. So we have the 3 of Wands. We have the World card. And we also have the Star card. So, oh my God, you really got some really good energy going on right here with the 3 of Wands, which is going to give you that momentum. It's going to give you that when I think about the 3 of Wands and they're looking out, they're holding one wand, they got 2 wands behind them. To me, it gives that energy of, I can see the world, and I'm also supported. Because the 2 behind her also is supported. So she's looking out in this particular deck. She's looking out at the world. Like it's this big expansion of all this land. And so when I think about you guys together, in the part of you getting to know each other, it's like this big thing right now, because it's so exciting, it's so exciting, and it's something to look forward to. That's what I'm getting to. It's something to look forward to each day. Every time you talk on the phone, I feel like when you see that number text you, or when you see that name pop up, or if you see the face on the FaceTime, you're like lit up. Like it's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I feel like you are going to grow together. Your bond is strengthening. I feel like, I don't want you to put too much like doubt around it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Maybe you've been through some horrible relationships in the past, and you are kind of, leery, not really trusting, but I'm telling you, you got some really good energy. I felt that, and it's not what the cards are saying. This is what I'm saying. I feel like you might have gone through some things, and you're like, man, no, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm not going to put all my cards in right now. We're going to see. But from what I'm seeing right now, your union is blessed. So we do have the World card. And the World card, it kind of like it brings us completely in harmony. So I feel like this bond is harmony. I feel like it is fulfilling, like I feel like it's fulfilling your need to have a companion. I do feel that. Now, because this deck is feminine energy, particular feminine energy type of tarot deck, so all of the cards will have females on it. But this does not mean that this is a heterosexual type of relationship. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like it's a heterosexual relationship. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments, of course. So, but I feel like that you are the person that's looking at this video. I feel like you're a little bit apprehensive of moving forward, or like being even more authentic to the relationship because of your past. I don't know why, that's just what I'm picking up on. But you got the Star card, and I know you are hopeful about it. I know you got a lot of hope about it, but I also feel like with the Star card that you are looking for some healing, because when she's pouring the water, out of these vases, the water is connected to our emotional side, where the wands is more of that fire energy, the momentum, it got you going or whatever. But with this Star card, I feel like you are hopeful for this relationship. You are really trying to get to know this person, but I also feel like you are a little apprehensive because you probably are going on a healing journey. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Take all the time that you need, because if a person really loves you and they really respect and care for you, they'll give you all the time that you need. They will do that. So we're going to go ahead and let's see if there's any more messages from the tarot that Spirit wants us to look at. So this right here stood out to me. We got the Queen of Swords right here. Let's see what else comes out. So, you're a very independent person. When I'm looking at the Queen of Swords, you're very independent. You are an honest person, but I feel like you might have gone through some, here we go with the Devil card right here. You've gone through some bad relationships. And so this is what's hindering you, right? You got the Queen of Swords, you got the Devil card, and then there was another card that fell up underneath this chair. Hold on a second. All right, so we're back. So I got the card off the floor, and it is the Page of Wands. So we still got a lot of fire energy on here. So you have been excited before when it comes to relationships, but you was in some toxicity. Like I was telling you what I was feeling earlier. You was in a toxic relationship before, and I can see your apprehension about moving too fast. And I will tell you, you're on the right path. Slow the train down. Do what's in your good. Go with your intuition, because I feel like maybe before you have taken the bull by the horns and you just like went all the way in, and now you probably do not trust yourself. You probably do not trust yourself, because the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, she is very intelligent. Because with the swords, that's about your intellect, and so I feel like she's very independent. She is very, very critical too. You can't just pull the wool, as they say. You can't pull the wool over her eyes. So I feel like you're a very intelligent person. And because you've gone through some toxicity in the past and past relationships, that you're okay to take a pause, even though maybe the person that you're with are ready for you to take the leap and let's go ahead. Let's be girlfriend and girlfriend, or let's be boyfriend and boyfriend, or let's be girlfriend and boyfriend. Whatever. I feel like they are maybe pressuring you to go ahead and let's get this thing going, but you have to go with your intuition. And I feel like your intuition is telling you, hey, I'm having a great time. I see us together. I see us doing, being really good together, but I need to heal. And I am using my brain right now. I'm using my intuition. I'm using my intelligence to make sure that I do not make a bad decision. I also want to see what is on the bottom of the deck. So we got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I was drawn to look at this last card. So I feel like you're going to put some roots down. You're going to put some roots down. You're going to build a legacy. Maybe you have kids, or you don't have kids, or maybe you want to have kids. But right now, you have your whole life. What I'm gathering, it makes me feel like you may be a younger person. So I feel like you have, time. It's not like I don't feel like you are like me pushing 50. I don't feel like you that old. I feel like you might be in your late 20s, maybe, early 30s. And again, I think that the relationship that you had that was toxic, I think that might have been maybe one of the first relationships that you were in where you were, not as experienced. And because experience is our best teacher. Okay, experience is our best teacher. And so you've gone through some things that has really it hasn't caused you to give up on love. But again, you're just cautious. But I do feel like this could be a potentially good union for you. You even still got the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of that. So, it's a lot of great energy. Maybe you're even, I feel like y'all gonna do such great things together. I really do. And it started with the 3 of Wands. I really do feel like you're gonna do great things together. But again, it's all on you. Tarot does not tell you what to do. You have to take what resonates and leave everything else behind. If this feel like you, please let me know in the comments. But I really do feel like, the union itself is going to be great. But I do understand why. And then it's like it's all coming full circle with the getting to know each other card. So this is probably really, really fresh. And maybe this other person there, I'm probably head over heels with you. But you're like, pump the brakes. But as this card said, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond will deepen. So just let them know, there's no rush. I'm not seeing anybody else. Because I do feel like you are a one person, you're not, serial dating right now. So maybe that's one of their insecurities. And maybe that is something that you dealt with before where somebody didn't trust you. And it caused problems. I don't know why, but I picked up on that as well. So maybe that's why you're apprehensive about, moving forward. I will say for sure with this Devil card even though you are telling each other about your past and the things you've gone through, please don't do this as a trauma bond. Don't do that, because then you'll be right back in the same toxicity later on. I don't know why. I just felt that. I really did. So don't trauma bond. Don't do that. It's okay to, share some of your life experiences, but let's not do the trauma bond. Okay. So this right here popped up. We got the Death card. So, So yeah, I feel like I told you before, I feel like you're going through a healing journey at the same time. You're going through transformation right now. And what's on the bottom of the deck? We got the Six of Cups, you know, so you're going through transformation, but at the same time, with the cups on the board now, really giving us that, you know, that fully emotional and love energy. I feel like you are ready. You feel like you're ready, but I understand the apprehension because you are trying to heal from this place. I get it. I get it. And because you are the Queen of Swords right now, you're like, man, I don't know. So let's look at your love message. Let's look at your love message, my beautiful phoenixes, okay? So let's take a look at your love message. Like, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I swear I get it. But this just came to me as well. You can't judge everybody by whoever this person was. You know, you can't. But you have to heal too. You know, don't be persuaded into doing something quicker than you want to do it. You know, you have the right to pump the brakes. All right, you have the right to pump the brakes. And I feel like that's just the word for you. That's the word. I'm telling you, that's the word. So here we go. So this card says, my emotions for you have always been intense. So whoever this person is that you are pumping the brakes on, they got some intense emotions, honey. And it's making it hard for you, honey. What that song is? Close. What's the name of that group? I know I'm telling my age now. A group called Next, and it's called Too Close or Close or something like that. It's a really fast jam. So it's like, baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. And he says, oh, you dancing real close. You're making it hard for me. So I feel like, girl, oh guy, whatever, you know, this is not, you know, based on any gender. So it's like, whoever you are, honey, you got the smoke. You got the smoke. You got the fire, girl. You got the fire. You got that fire. They know it. And I don't know if y'all's been intimate or not. You know, that ain't my business. But I will tell you this. That's why they hounding you. That's why they hounding you a little bit. Now, I think they do care about you. I do think they care about you. I'm not saying that that's all they want. I don't want to say that. But I feel like it's hard on them. It's hard on them, honey. You done made it hard on them. Okay, ooh, this one flew out. It says, I want to reach out to you. So when I see that one, do you make yourself not be as available to this person? I feel like this, you know, you really pumping the brakes. And this person might be like, I want to really tell them how I feel, but I'm, you know, kind of scared. I think it's more the other person than you that's looking at this video right now. I feel like they're scared to push you away, and you're scared that you may go into the same type of relationship. I feel that. But on the bottom of the deck, it says, you are my light in the darkest time. So as I was just telling you guys, y'all got something going on really nice. You got something going on really nice. But I do feel the healing needs to take place. So the pumping of the brakes is definitely necessary, okay? I'm going to look at one more thing. We're going to look at the angel answers, and then we're going to get out of here. So whatever the final question that you have in your mind, I want you to think about it. Because what we've been talking about is what are their true feelings for you. But I want you to think about this final question that you have in your mind right now while I shuffle these cards to see what is the final message from our angels. And this is from the angel answers. So whatever come up, you know, this is what Spirit is telling you right now. So, you know, Spirit, please lead us to the most accurate information that you can provide right now. For the person that is asking the question, this is the card that came to me. I am putting it on the screen first before I turn it over. Hopefully you was able to see it. Peaceful resolution. So whatever it is, whatever you're going through, if you're having to pump the brakes or whatever it is that you're having to do for this union, it's going to be peaceful. Whoever this person is that you're dealing with, they are really chill. It's going to be peaceful. I feel like they're going to give you the time that you need, for sure. They're going to give you the time that you need. It's not going to be the energy where they are forcing you to do something. And on the bottom of the deck, we got in the near future. All right. In the near future, for that question as well that you are holding in your mind. So I feel like this is the end. I'm not getting anything else in. I think I told you everything that I'm feeling. So I don't want to, drag the energy on because we've already got what Spirit wants us to know. So again, it's okay to share. It's okay to get to know somebody, but also be on your healing journey. I feel like you really, really need it with this death card. But again, with the spread, y'all got a really good thing going on. But if you pump the brakes, I feel like it'll be even better. I feel like it'll be even stronger. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to hear from you in the comments. I really do appreciate all the love. I'm Australia Phoenix. And thank you for coming to the Rooted Phoenix, where we are rooted in spirit and we're going to rise in our power. I do love you for real, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much.